I wanted to answer the question, what is a refinance when it comes to property investing? Look, this one's super basic, but it's super important to understand. If you don't understand what refinancing is when it comes to property investing, you are effectively having to bring so much more money to the table when it comes to growing your property portfolio. Now, let's jump into it. Refinancing is something you do when you have a property and you are effectively taking the new valuation, you're taking the valuation of the property and you're taking the maximum amount of equity out of the property that you can. Say, for example, if you buy a property and it's a million dollars property, you will have equity in a property. It's usually, if you buy with a 20% deposit, you have a 20% equity in the property that's worth $1 million. Therefore, you have $200,000 in the property. Say, for example, the property went to $2 million. Your equity position in that property would be $1.2 million, because the new value of the value of the property this might be over, say, a 10-year period, by the way, guys, or not. But the point is that when you bought the property, it was worth $1 million. You had 20% equity in the property. Now the property is worth $2 million. Now you have $1.2 million in the property because you only have $800,000 debt on the original purchase price, okay? Assuming that you had an interest-only loan where you're not paying down any principal. Now, where the refinance works is you take the property back to the bank and you say, I want to pull out my equity because the property value has grown. So I have equity in that property that I can access because I own that property. And the banks will say, yeah, no worries. Here's $1.2 million of equity that we're going to put in an account for you to access as cash. That's what a refinance is. So if you're not doing that, and that's money that you can access as cash that you didn't need to save up for. And what a lot of people do is they don't realize they can access the equity, so they just save up as hard as they can each time they want to buy another property, and it takes a long time. But equity usually builds a lot faster than people can save. So refinancing to access equity is the quickest way to build a property portfolio. Okay, so that's how refinancing works. Real simple, guys. If you want to build a large property portfolio, you 100% need to understand how to access your equity through refinancing. See you guys, bye.